It's time for Weekly Loominews, Week 11. If you're getting the video, you probably want to see the first of a hopefully new series known as Weekly Loominews, where I will do my best to bring you the latest news and drama from all over the Loomian Legacy community from the last 7 days. Today we're going over the end of the City 3 event, the new weather and the Loomian it brought with it, the Easter event cap, and of course the next upcoming update, Bob's Pond and its potential. Let's start with the end of the City 3 event. The event ended late 17th of March European time zone and started 13th of February, lasting a total of 32 days with 2 updates. Originally it started by just adding a Valentine's fan club, then the first update that added a cake factory where you could buy anything from delicious cakes to gummies to sweetheart disc, and then 10 days before an update ended, they finally added an evolution to Valentine's fan club and a new mount and some other few minor changes like oven, baking, going quicker, and no one can take your job. Just minor improvement of life. Overall, the update was quite a big success, adding a total of 12 new Loomians, 5 of them being different evolution lines. There was added a Hoggish mount, a mount where you gain walking speed by carrying a cake on a trolley, which makes sense going downhill, but not so much going up hills. They also added a chocolate bar, which is the first held usable item in Loomian Legacy, without much use outside of the Morchibi line and species because of the ability Sugar Rush and level 5 battles, though I personally prefer the Kabungi Coffee or the Energy Orb for saving energy, at least in level 5 battles, but that's just my personal opinion. Now over to news about the next event, or what some people thought would be the next event, at least for like 10 minutes, as long as it lasted. March 16th, an official tester and moderator known as Devaturn on Twitter posted, "Oh my god guys, new Easter event." 30 minutes later, Armenti spread it further by mentioning how Devaturn potentially leaked a new Easter event. Then music developer Synth City posted a picture of Chocolate and Bit in Roblox Studio, hinting even more at the possibility of an Easter event. And finally, top it all off, developer known as Rowan said that the Easter Ambit had been improved by Jamie. Now I don't know how many people were falling for the bait, considering it had just been 4 minutes since Armenti's initial tweet and like 35 minutes since the original tweet by Devaturn on Twitter, but our hero finally came out like 5-10 minutes later after Armenti's tweet and said it was a cap, showing a picture of an astronaut basically looking at a cap. And then Armenti put out a tweet saying that he had bought the cap, meaning that he most likely fell for the cap and got pranked by LL developers and moderators, which was quite fun, though it only lasted for like 10 minutes since Armenti's original tweet and 40 minutes since Devaturn's original tweet. So it didn't last long, but it was fun while it lasted. I would assume I was not there, but that's what I heard about and read about. Now let's talk about the new update that added to the weather. Right after the Sweet City event ended, literally after, Loomian City released a new type of weather, the Storm Gusts. Sadly not for PvP purposes. And a new Loomian called Pipsy. And Pipsy evolves 2 times by level up, first at level 23 into Dandelion, then the second time at level 37 into Ripple Diff and the Storm Guts of Wind. With Dandelion they added 3 new abilities which Pipsy currently and its evolution line is the only Loomian that can have. The 3 abilities are Glide, which gives you a speed boost when any Loomian on the field uses an air move, so it doesn't have to hit you and it doesn't make you immune to the air move, but you get a speed boost as long as someone uses an air move. Compliant, which makes your Loomian immune to move like Provoke, Tease, allowing you to set up easily without being provoked, being forced to use attacking move and stuff like that, which is quite great considering it has a move which I'll go into later. And the secret ability of it being Vigilant, which makes all allies including the Loomian, which right now we only have double battles, so like 2 Loomians including the Loomian that has it, is immune to sleep, which, you know, is not bad, but it could maybe be a bit better, but you know, it protects you against Hypnotize. Why not? The Pipsy evolution also introduced a new move which instantly fates your own Loomian, or the Loomian that currently has it, in this case only Pipsy and its evolution line has it. and gives all the stat changes, both positive and negative, and statuses to the next Loomian that is sent out. Basically working like a poor man's baton pass, which, you know, if you put that together with the ability mentioned earlier, known as compliant, it can be quite good for the setup and then bait and pass when you're weak, as long as it's got enough speed. And now for the final news of this week's episode about the new upcoming update to Bob's Pond. Barely any information was given about it in the tweet that Armenti Studio tweeted out March 15th. Other than that, the pond would include different versions of guppies, like the Magikarp pond and Pokemon Break ponds. For those of you who don't know, Bob's Pond was a thing, you know, back in Break ponds, for those of you who play that, where you could fish for 28 different Magikarps, there is being a Rayquaza Magikarp with a rarity in 1 in 1011. And from what we can gather from, you know, from what they said in the tweet about Bob's Pond, it's going to work like in PvP, letting you catch rare guppies, maybe even being above 1k in rarity. And imagine that with Gamma, that would be quite fun to hunt for. At least if you got a bajillion boost and a bajillion Robux, am I right? And that's all for this week's news. If you found this type of video interesting and want to see another one, consider liking, subscribing, and maybe join the Discord to help me find more news and dramas. That will really help me out making these videos, considering this game does not get updated that much, and I don't know how much drama is in this game. And with all that said, thank you for watching the entire way through, and be good up, share.